What's up, ladies and germs? Welcome to another edition of Job Talk. I'm your host, Mad Dog. First one is from Fred. Fred says, about that Facebook posts. Yep, hiring managers look at that. 60% of hiring managers look up candidates online. Here's how to make sure your Facebook profile doesn't cost you a job. We've already seen parents invade Facebook. Now employers are getting in on the act. A 2016 Career Builder survey found that 60% of employers research job candidates on social media. That's 8 percentage. That's 8 percentage points up from last year, and a staggering 49% points up from when the annual social media recruitment survey first began in 2006. Bosses in certain industries are more likely to check a candidate's profile. IT, for instance, leads the pack with 76% of employers screening job seekers on social media, trailing by sales 65%, financial services 61%, and healthcare and retail tied up at 59%. The survey, which was conducted by Harris Poll between February 10th and March 17th among 2,186 hiring managers and 3,031 full-time workers, discovered that 6 in 10 employers say they approach candidates' profiles looking for information that supports their qualifications for the job. Most are searching for professional online persona, so ensure your LinkedIn's up to date. While Career Builders asserts that most hiring managers aren't intentionally looking for negatives, 94% of hiring managers who research candidates on social media say that they've not hired a candidate based on social media presence. Plus, 21% of managers admit to actively looking for reasons not to hire you. What the fuck? Okay. Want to make sure your fire tweets and sweet posts aren't jeopardizing your job search? Here are some precautions to take. Most of it is just common sense. And one, make sure your profile are free of provocative, inappropriate content. A big turnoff of 46% of employers put away the keg and the drug prophilia. 43% of managers don't want to see evidence of candidates drinking or using drugs. Number 2, put away the keg. Okay, number 3, don't be a bigot. About third of the bosses don't want to hire someone who spews discriminatory speech online. The next one, don't badmouth your old boss. 31% of respondents marked that as a red flag. Watch your writing. 29% of employers watch the poor communication skills of social media. Okay. Before you panic and lock down all your social media settings, keep this in mind. Over 2 in 5 employers say they're less likely to interview people that are unable to research online. Plus, over a third of employers we've encountered, friend, said candidates. Candidate employer friend acceptance rates declined to 68% in 2016, down 12% points from last year. Plus, the news isn't all bad. In fact, slightly over a third of employers who screen job seekers using social media say they've discovered content that increases their interest in the candidate. Interesting. If you're hoping to boost your chances of getting hired, make sure your profile supports your job qualifications and conveys your professional image. 44% of employers liked to see that. You strive to protect personality that meshes well with the company. 43% of hiring managers wanted to see this. That's great. You demonstrate a wide range of interests. 1 in 4 bosses look for that. And you showcase your awesome communication skills. 36% of hiring managers wanted to see strong writing abilities. Career Builder's Chief Human Resources Officer Rosemary Heifner says that it's important for job seekers to remember that social media presence is available for public viewing. This doesn't necessarily mean a potential employer should be worried, but they should definitely be cautious and aware of their own internet reputation before applying to any job. Hefner says a job seeker should ensure that all work experience, skills, and portfolios are constant across every social network, as employers easily identify inconsistencies and could question your qualifications. Man, this is a good article. My thoughts about it are it's insightful, but unnecessary. If you're going to hire somebody, keep in mind that they're not going to always have stuff about work, stuff about the views that you're looking for. They're not going to always have every post that you're put on there is not going to be worded out in some paragraph form. Some of them will be silly, some will be jokes, and some of the people who are friends with them, including family members, might even have inappropriate stuff that shows up on their homepage. So judging people by social media is retarded. In short, there is such thing as still looking at your resume. There still is such thing as looking at your previous employment. There is such thing as following up on people who are the contacts. You know what I mean? There's a way to do that without invading privacy on social media. Because that would mean that over 99% of people that are even on social media, just in general, would not be hireable, because most of them have an occasional pop-up inappropriate or friend request from somebody who is not going to be putting the best image out for you. That's just my suggestion. Let me know what you think. djrabes@gmail.com. Alright, peace.